Hidden behind these walls is the most impressive prison I have ever seen. We got in very easily. One of the doors was open. Well, the building isn't completely abandoned. There's an area they still use. It seemed obvious that if they shut the door with us inside, we'd be in trouble, and that's exactly what happened. We got trapped inside the prison.
But first, let me tell you a bit about its history.
It was inaugurated in 1895 by order of the Ministry of War. Did you hear that right? We've sneaked into a military prison.
The inmates here were soldiers who had fallen from grace, condemned not only for their actions, but for breaking the order that the army demanded.
Discipline wasn't optional. It was harsh punishments and isolation. Every mistake, every defiant word was paid for with blood. In 2009, the government ordered its closure. No one else would be locked up there until we arrived. I'm going to start this video from the courtyard. And look, what a marvelous structure. There are still some bars left back there and here. I'm not sure if they're soccer goals or calisthenics bars, but it's so beautiful from the outside. It looks so beautiful from the outside, it doesn't even seem like a prison. Yeah, they look like soccer goals because it's drawn on the ground, plus they're right in front of each other. The yard wasn't very big. There are more, but they might be unreachable due to thick vegetation. But they were just like this one. So let's go inside now. This part here is a bit more complicated because we came in through one of these doors. The prison is abandoned, except for a section used by the Portuguese government. They use it for offices and so on. This is the part they use. We entered through there unnoticed, like it was nothing. That hallway over there is the one they use. As you can see, the door is open with a padlock.
Let's hope they don't lock us in while we're inside, and then we'll see how we get out.
This would be the main guardhouse from where they would watch over everything. You get a better perspective from up here. There's a lady cleaning. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lady cleaning. Look at her. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but she showed up. She left. The problem is, I want to show you this from inside. We're very exposed there, but let's be careful.
Look at the view the officials here would have.
Of this whole hallway, of the exit to the yard, the entrance to the yard, of this other hallway. And of this one here. And there's the main entrance where we came in. Let's view some cell corridors. Look, some of the cells. They're completely dismantled. What surprises me are the doors, once made of wood. I guess it's because of how old the place is. Notice how the door appears from inside. They only have this let the view outside. They've already closed off this part, which I think was for passing food. But from the inside, even though it was made of wood, they did seal it off. With metal plates. The door is actually heavy to move. It's full of pigeons. Look, this one has the bolt. The blue and the bolt had this one. It still has the little shelf. That one here, they've put in a piece of furniture that doesn't belong to the cell. But have they been moving things around? They've been abandoned for a long time. Let's check out this courtyard. Let's see how it is, this courtyard here. It leads to the part of the hallway that's used. As you can see, there's a car there.
And this whole area is indeed problematic, because they use this building here.
Look, this would be the other courtyard, but this one has been completely overgrown with weeds. I guess this one wasn't paved, so the plants grew a lot. After so many years, look at the padlock that was on the door to enter the building. They wouldn't just lock themselves in the cell, they'd lock it up tight. Look at what a beautiful structure this is. Even though it's a prison, it's very beautiful, the whole central part. The main problem with the prison, as you can see, is the pigeons, because they've taken over the place. I even go around wearing a mask. It's pretty strong smelling in some areas. Let's take these stairs. We'll go to the top part. It's just that in some places it smells like death. It literally smells like something dead because of the dead pigeons on the ground, and many of them are small. Look, I saw one of the chicks moving over there. It's just that it has its dead sibling right next to it. Which sibling is it? Flies are eating it, and the other one's right there. And higher up right there more.
It smells... Look, there's another dead one here. It smells really bad, but let's check out this floor and then we'll go up to the next one.
What stands out about this prison is definitely the central part. Look at how the hallways are in some places. Structurally, this section is in poor condition. They would lock them in the cells and close the doors as well. To completely lock up the inmates, there are 4 cell hallways. The rest are, well, areas like this one. I don't know if this would be the dining hall or what it would be. A testament to all the inmates' gratitude. 1961-1969, it was the music room. 1985-1995, and as you can see, the voice echoes a lot. So, this room has really good acoustics. That's probably why they chose it as the music room. Look at the view. It's beautiful. And from this part here, they would also have a 360-degree view of everything happening on this floor. From here, they could control both floors. Let's see if we can find any more cells on this side, but they're in pretty bad shape. Many years have passed, and they've been removing things from the cells. Look at this one up here. They renovated this one, changed the floor, and here it had this.
That way, I'd know I was in the shower.
This cell was pretty good. Honestly, since the toilet was there, the shower would be here. It had this part as the bathroom, and then all of this was the bedroom. I imagine there was a table here to store things, and this was the closet, and here would be the bed and another built-in closet here. So for a cell, it doesn't seem that small to me, honestly. I imagine it was for 2 people, since there are 2 closets. Same with this one. I'd like to find one with some carvings on the wall or something. Let's see if we can find one. These look like the prisoners didn't even get to use them because look, the wall is intact. If a prisoner had lived here, it would likely be more stained or marked, but it's not.
It looks like they renovated this part and never got to use it. And from here, we also have a beautiful view of the prison.
Well, I say beautiful, but that's just because I love it. It's beautifully structured and offers plenty to work with. I found a cell with some contents. Look at this. He was clearly very Catholic. In the center, he had a photo of himself and likely his partner.
Here's another image of Jesus Christ.
Let's look at more common areas like this.
They have dismantled it.
But look, this looks like it used to be a booth, like there was a phone booth here. Maybe this was one of the rooms where they had their little leisure time, so to speak, where they could gather to watch television chat, play cards, and so on. We still have the upstairs, but I want to check this floor again. Let's see if we find anything else. This part here is a bit tricky because right below we have the office area. There's nothing on this side, but over here I saw there are some stairs. There's nothing.
What is this?
It goes straight to one of the hallway doors, where they do use it, that hallway, because there are offices on both sides and they use them. I'll try to show them as you leave. There are dead pigeons everywhere, and one pigeon has made a nest with its own feathers. There are 2 eggs there, and they nest among all the mess. No wonder people say they spread diseases.
Let's see, this is...
Okay, this was the chapel. Like in every cartelta, Adrian, a chapel. And this stained glass window here, beautiful. A small chapel, but very beautiful to build. For being in a prison, the stained glass window is intact. There is virtually no vandalism here. It's all just the passage of time, and well, they've been removing things and moving things around. The city council itself, along with the state itself. This is where I want it to be, at the very top. From here, they'd have the best prison views. Look.
From here, they could control everything.
And how are these nets? Probably so inmates above couldn't throw things down, right? But also I imagine so they couldn't climb this fence and get to this side, because there would be a mesh there that would stop me, because below the fence does reach the wall. And they have no chance to escape, like in this case, because they wouldn't be able to climb it there. And look at the vault. Cool. Well, now I think it's time for the fun part, which is going to be getting out of here. Okay, look, I think we're going to have a problem because from here I can already see that the door has been closed. It looks slightly open, but it didn't close all the way. It had a padlock, and I don't know if they've locked it or just pulled it shut, so we'll find out now. Let's try to get out. Let's see if we can. The door's still closed. Come on, Luma.
This is the part they actually use.
I think it's closed. These are the stairs I mentioned earlier that lead here. Amazing, they use this part. There's the padlock. I take this. Padlock. Let's go to the tree, no Luma. The door, this one here. And here they would have the laundry room. This is the part that is used. I imagine the kitchen would also have to be around here. Locked up in a prison. I don't know which door he says we have to go out through. Let's see. If not, well, we'll have to... I don't really know what we'll have to do. Honestly, we'll improvise like always. When I came in, I said you'd see if they didn't close the door. We were inside for a few hours when the door suddenly closed. What do you want? To climb over that door that wasn't there? Everyone? Do you really want to do that? This guy's crazy. What's wrong with his hand? Is he going to open the door and leave?
There really was someone in the booth. When we passed by, the thing is he didn't see us. But when you go up there, you're going to make noise, and he's going to come out.
We're ruling out this option for now and heading to the yard. We saw a tree, then there was the wall, and maybe we can climb up there to the wall. And from the wall, we can move along to some street lights. Let's see if it's still possible. Okay, this is the tree in question. Let's see if we can climb. We'll be able to climb. Then go down there. Do you see the lamppost? Well, that's the next option, to go down the lamppost. But the wall, though it doesn't look tall, is probably 4 or 5 meters high. Thankfully, there's no famine. Clearly, we're not the first locked up here, judging by what's been set up. Climb the tree to jump onto the streetlight.